I'm really excited for this product because it's called the Meta Quest 3S, but despite the name, it's actually more of a Quest 2 Plus. It's got the same optical stack as the Quest 2 here, but it's got the same chip, upgraded software features, some of them, as the Meta Quest 3 here. And I have actually not tried the Meta Quest 3, but I spent a lot of time with the Quest 2. So it's perfect for me because I can be a little bit ignorant of what I'm missing in the Quest 3. I'm gonna try that a little bit just to compare, but that's why I'm excited. And that's why you should be excited too. In case you have somehow been living under a rock for a number of years now, the Meta Quest line are VR headsets by the company Meta. They're basically the only huge big player in VR anymore, other than Apple now. So anytime they release a new headset, it's kind of a big deal. This is the Quest 3S, and despite me saying that it's more of a 2 Plus, it actually has one upgrade over the Quest 3, and something that makes it a lot more attractive, it's $299, which we haven't really had a Quest headset for $299 since before Meta upgraded the price. Big upgrade up to $399 from $299 for the Quest 2. That was disappointing, and now we have a $299 option once more. One bonus that you're gonna get over the Quest 2 is that the Quest 3S comes with the same controllers as the Quest 3. It doesn't have that ring for sensing, for tracking movement anymore, making them a little bit more portable. So that's nice to see. So one obvious way that the Quest 3S is different than the Quest 3, but more similar to the Quest 2, is in its thickness. It uses Fresnel lenses and the exact same optical stack as the Quest 2, whereas the Quest 3 will have those pancake lenses and a higher resolution. The pancake lenses allowing it to be a little bit thinner and feeling less like it's extending out from your face, but we'll see how it feels when I try it out. An obvious upgrade that the Quest 3S actually has over the 3 and the 2 is the addition of 2 infrared sensors on the front, which apparently increases the ability to track hands and stuff in a lower lit environment. I'm excited to try that out. On the left side, we have the USB-C port for charging and data or whatever you're gonna use it for, power button. And what you might think at first is a headphone jack if you're looking far away, but no, that's just another tracking camera. There's no headphone jack. They took out the headphone jack compared to the Quest 2. Why? On the right side, another tracking camera and volume rocker, and this is a new addition as well compared to both the 2 and the 3. It's a button for pass-through. Instead of having to double tap while you're in VR mode to see the outside world, now it's just a simple button you can hit with your thumb. So we'll see how easier that is, though, for real. The Quest 3S does inherit from the Quest 3 this easily adjustable strap. You can just kind of pull it closed and open it again. It's so easy. You can get it open there to accommodate a ponytail out the back or the cord coming out of your head from the Matrix. Some people are in the Matrix and use VR at the same time. I won't judge. Now, this insert is telling me that I can get prescription lens inserts for the Meta Quest 3S, but thankfully, like the Quest 2, the Quest 3S accommodates people with glasses. Thank you for thinking of me. Because they include this glasses spacer in the box that is attached to the power adapter and the USB-C cord. Oh, there we go. Do the other headsets have this circular adapter? This is cute. And that supports 18-watt charging. So the Quest 3S, like the Quest 2, has a 3-step IPD adjustment. It does not have the Quest 3's dial that kind of has a lot of gradual steps in between. It's just got 3 steps, just like the 2. And I forget which one I use because it's been a while. I'll have to do a trial and error there. So there's this paperwork here with some quick start guide, and that's it for what's in the box. Let's get this out of here. I want to enter the metaverse. Oh, but before that,
thanks to Sharge for sponsoring today's video. Their CarbonMag series of power banks are Magsafe compatible and crafted with a genuine carbon fiber, making them both lightweight and durable. The 5K model supports 7.5 watt wireless charging, weighing in at around 1/4 pound while only being about 9 millimeters thick. And the 10K variant may be slightly chunkier, but it has double the capacity and 15 watt Qi 2 wireless charging. Plus both have 20 watt wired charging for those quick top-ups. Check them out at the links in the description below.
Whoa! The reason I reacted there is because Holy crap. Okay, and this is why it was good. It was smart, Jake, to get me to do this video, because coming from the Quest 2, the first thing you see when you turn it on is the color pass-through. And this looks way better than the Quest 2. It's crazy. As I was saying, now you can see. Now you can see the color pass-through. On the Quest 2, it's not only grayscale, but it's a lot lower resolution. I can actually read text on monitors over here. It's Circuit. It's amazing. One of the other upgrades that the 3S has is the ability, like the MetaQuest 3, to map out your 3D space using the sensors. I think that's what it's doing right now. I'm not going to refine it. I'm going to trust the AI. Adjust boundary if needed. Honestly, Quest 3S, honestly, it's pretty good. You did pretty good. So one of the things I like to do in VR is to experience kind of the top end of what's capable on the current hardware that I'm using right now. This thing has the Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2, the same processor as the Quest 3. Compared to the Quest 2, it just has the XR2 Gen 1. So this is upgraded, and we're gonna try the new Batman Arkham Shadows game, which is only available on the Quest 3 and 3S. So if you're upgrading from the Quest 2 to the 3S, that's one of the things you're gonna get, is some experiences that are not going to be available on the Quest 2, which will be eventually discontinued. Okay, I wanna be Batman, let's do this. More so than when the original Batman Arkham Asylum came out, this feels like you're Batman. There it is. Look. Grapple. Oh, those are directional markers. Okay. This is so funny. It is very much like the Arkham games. For not having used any VR headsets since the Quest 2, this doesn't really seem like a generational improvement to me. Maybe with a higher resolution on the Quest 3, it would look better, but it is the same chip, so I don't know. We'll have to see. Now, as I've said, where the Quest 3S really shines in comparison to the Quest 2 is the color pass-through and the augmented reality experience. So we're gonna do a pass-through game. This is something that the Quest 2 just could not do. I mean, I've mapped my 3D space, and there's like a window into the Synth Rider's world in like there's like a hole in reality. I saw this demoed when they were talking about this feature at first, and I thought it looked cool. And in fact, it does. Playing a VR game while seeing people in the real world over there is kind of cool. It definitely makes the experience a lot more social than it was. I think I like this game better than Beat Saber. For one, I probably look way cooler than Linus ever does doing it, right? Tell me, do I look cooler than Linus right now? So since the Quest 3S has upgraded hand tracking, might as well jump into hand physics lab. In terms of the hand tracking in this thing, it's very impressive. I'm impressed a lot more than I was with the Quest 2 with like the intuitiveness with which I'm using a lot of stuff. It's tracking my hands very well. I haven't seen a lot of like dropouts or choppiness with the hands. Like I am, I haven't tried the Quest 3 yet. I've tried the Quest 2, but as a jump from the Quest 2, this is very impressive. I feel like I'm here, and I feel like I have little skeletal wiggly bones for real. Okay, this is my first time playing the Quest 3, not the 3S that I just had on my face. And I can immediately notice, I feel like I can immediately notice a higher resolution in the like UI elements and stuff. The color, the pass-through actually looks very, very similar. In terms of the readability of text and stuff, there's not much difference between this and the 3S, so that's cool to see. You're definitely getting that upgrade handed down. Okay, so is this faster? Oh yeah. So the scanning process is like noticeably a bit faster than the 3S on the 3. In-game, assets. The Beat Saber text up there is noticeably sharper. In addition, with the pancake lenses, we're using pancake lenses instead of Fresnel lenses, which have these concentric rings on the lens, and it kind of distorts light as it comes outward. You have kind of a sweet spot in the middle, and then things that get farther away from the sweet spot get kind of distorted. There's like light flaring and stuff. Okay, so like for Beat Saber, I don't know how much of a difference something like this is gonna make. So coming in from the 3 to the 3S, like I said, there is a slightly lower FOV and resolution, but in terms of the controller tracking, in terms of what it feels like to play a game and look around, still feels great. So it's great to see that Meta is giving us an affordable option. So comparing the Quest 3 to the 3S has kind of confirmed my take that I gave in the beginning of the video, which is that the comparison of the 3S to the 3 is the somewhat less important one than comparing it to the Quest 2. It's a clear upgrade from the Quest 2, not in terms of resolution or in like the IPD adjustment, a couple of those things, but in other ways, it's a clear adjustment, better hand tracking, the pass-through button, the processor running the whole thing, the Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2. But that invites the question, should you upgrade to the 3S if you have a Quest 2? For me, as a somewhat longtime Quest 2 user, I don't know if I would consider upgrading just to go to the 3S. If I was going to want to move on from my Quest 2, I think I'd want a kind of a bigger jump, and I'd be considering the Quest 3 at this point. But if you're new to the VR game, and you do want some of those more advanced features, you're not going to just be using a headset just for like exercise and the kind of like, you can get away with having lower resolution. If you want some of those higher fidelity experiences, but you're not ready to go to the top end, getting a 128 gig 3S for $299 is a pretty good deal. But I'll make you a good deal. If you're looking for something else to watch, go check out this video where I talk to an AI-powered stuffed animal meant for children. Yeah, exactly.